Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we're talking about the live current Sephora sale. This is a savings event that happens twice a year, and I thought we could do a get ready with me and I could showcase some of my favorite products. I'm sure that you have lots of favorites as well from Sephora. This is a great time of year to stock up on essentials like mascaras, cleansers, things you know that you will use. But before we go any further, let's take a second to grab our iced coffee or hot coffee. Let's take a sip and let's get started. I'm going to start off by doing a bit of skincare, my morning routine. I'm going to include timestamps, so skincare and then makeup for those of you who only want to stick around for one. So I'm going into my Laneige Cream Skin Toner. It's a very moisturizing toner. It looks like skim milk. As you can see, I'm due for a new one here. So this one here, you put some in the palm of your hand. Hopefully don't make too much of a mess on your desk. And then you just press it onto your skin. Now, normally if I'm doing skincare, I'm taking it down all the way on my chest, neck, but because, you know, we're here on YouTube, I'm not going to be topless. So just bring this everywhere. When it comes to skincare, you basically want to bring it down to your areola. That's the trick. So once that's done, I go into The Ordinary. I have two serums here. The first one is the Argiline Solution 10. So this here is very liquidy. You can tell it basically runs like water. And I take several drops like this. And this I do very similar. This is a serum that you press. This is a serum for expression lines. So expression lines on your forehead. If you have 11s, I just have expression lines on my forehead because I have a very expressive face. Around your eyes, crow's feet, and then I like to press it here for smile lines. And this is one you just sort of press into place. This is followed with the Matrixyl 10%. This is also from The Ordinary. This is much thicker. So this one here has, it's a very, much gloopier texture. I take a couple drops of this. This one is similar to the first serum in that it's for expression lines, but this one also plumps the skin. And this one you just apply like you would any regular serum, and this combination is really good. It certainly is not the same as getting Botox, but I think I'm not ready for that yet. So I'm more into skincare that's going to plump and fill, and this feels tacky. You can feel it plumping and tightening a bit. So anyway, I go into those. For the eyes, I go into my Murad Environmental Shield. This is the Vitamin C Dark Circle Dark Eye Corrector. And this comes in a little pump, and you can see it has a bit of color. This stuff is amazing. I love it as an under eye cream. I probably used a bit much, but sometimes, I just have dark circles and I can't help it. I just want to go in overboard with this product here. It does work, but nevertheless, I still have dark circles because that's just the nature of my face. And I just massage it gently. You could go in with another eye cream if you feel like it's not enough. I feel like it's enough, so I just use this one here, and then I just do a little eyebrow lift while I apply it, just like that. For my moisturizer, I've really been loving this Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream. This is the original formula. I know that there's a richer cream out available now, and there's also a lighter one too, but I really like this one. It has a scent that smells like old-timey classic, like old Hollywood, and I've really been enjoying it. So I'm just going to, I like to do a pretty generous amount. It melts into the skin quite quickly. It looks kind of like a thicker cream, but as soon as you massage it, it just melts into the skin like butter. Now, in a perfect ideal world, you would wait 30 minutes between skincare and sunscreen. We can't all wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning just to do our faces, so please take as much time in between. This is especially if you're someone who notices like pilling or rolling with your sunscreen. You may just need to extend that gap. We're gonna pretend it's been a half hour. Shh, don't tell anyone. I'm going into my Shiseido oil-free sunscreen. This is the 50 ml, but they have a 30. It's even smaller, perfect for testing out. And they have a jumbo size, so once you decide you like it, just give it a good shake. I hope you enjoyed that ASMR moment. And then I'm going to do like 3 stripes, 3 lashings here, so on each finger. And this is a very fluid, runny sunscreen, like this. It does have a bit of color to it. It's not tinted, it's just that it's a sunscreen. But I really like it because it's oil-free. It doesn't feel greasy, it doesn't feel heavy, it doesn't have a scent. And you can see that the tint or cast in here does blend in quickly, but it would depend on your skin tone as well. And this you can use as a primer if you want. I'm going to go into something else in a minute, but you can just use this and then go directly into your makeup. However, in a perfect ideal world, you would also wait another 20 or 30 minutes before going into face makeup, which is why I'm gonna go and do my eyes first. I'm using the Hourglass eyeshadow primer here. I have hooded, oily eyelids, so I need a primer. Those of you out there who can just go straight into eyeshadow or even just use a concealer, what's it like being God's favorite? I can't. My eyeshadow, it just creases instantly, so a good primer is important for me. Now I'm going into brows. I'm using a Clé de Peau eyebrow gel in the shade 103. It's a dark blonde. Now I believe Clé de Peau is available at Sephora Canada, but not the US, sadly, for whatever reason. So if you live in Canada and you can get Clé de Peau on sale, take advantage. I'm just going in with a tinted brow gel. And I'm using the dark blonde, even though you can tell I'm not dark blonde, because I just find that if I go into a brow that's too dark, it kind of makes my face look more heavy. Like it just makes the makeup look heavy, not me, but it just makes the makeup like heavy and like too intense. So sometimes going into a brow gel that's a little bit lighter can help lighten the whole look. And then I'm going into my Dior Show Brow Styler, something super fine like this, and it's just to fill in a couple of gaps. It's basically like the width of an eyebrow hair. So it's just going to help look a little bit more polished. But I do like the look on myself of a very natural brow that's just, you know, tamed into place a little bit. All right, let's go into actual makeup. So for the eyeshadow today, I'm going to use my Tom Ford Soleil Neige. This is the new one this year. This is a 01 Lumière d'Hiver. Super pretty. This is my first time buying a Tom Ford Soleil Neige palette, and I love it. It's absolutely gorgeous. I love this whole collection this year. So we're going to go ahead and use this. I'll give you some swatches here. Now, the reason I'm using this is I love it, first of all, and last time I checked, it was still available on the Sephora site. And you know, these Sephora sales, they come twice a year. You've seen a million recommendations. You have your staples, the products you get. I thought, may as well just like indulge and enjoy something new and limited edition and fun. So this is what the palette looks like here. I think it's exquisite. I absolutely love the more cool tones in this palette here, and we're going to lean into that. I'm going to go into this and this for sure, and a little bit of this, and I'm going to do something more frosted, just really, really pretty. I'm very excited. Now, everything that I'm mentioning today, everything that I'm wearing is listed in the description box down below, so please go ahead and check that out. Also, the brushes that I'm using today, I have a couple of Sephora brand, like the Sephora in-house brand brushes for the face. They're phenomenal. I haven't tried the Sephora brand eyeshadow products, or eyeshadow brushes, I should say. But the rest of the brushes I'm going to be using are not Sephora, unfortunately. So I'm going to be using BK Beauty and Refer. Now let's go ahead and go into this color here. And we're going to go in pretty lightly and liberally. So I am just feeling sort of like a frosted, slight 60s inspiration. Like I just want a beautiful, cool toned moment. And I'm bringing this into the inner part of the eye here because I just want that brightness and that lightness. I'm doing the exact same thing on this eye here. When I did a review of this palette, I did two separate looks. I did a smoky eye with these two here and then something much more cool toned. And I'm gonna go back into the cooler moment because it's been so long that brands across the board, luxury, high-end, everything, they've just been so obsessed with like warm red, super dark red, warm eyeshadows, and I am just so relieved to finally see something cool and light and refreshing. That was the BK Beauty 202 brush that I used. It's a big fluffy brush. Now I'm going into my Refer 26 brush. It's like a big pencil brush, and this matte is super dark, so I'm just knocking some on a tissue here. And I'm just going to place a little bit in the crease here. And fun fact about this color, it's like a dark matte, dark brown that definitely leans more warm. However, when you mix it with this light color that's all over my lid, it does transform a bit cooler. So I'm just going straight like this. Then I'm going into a Refer 13 brush for blending, and this one's clean, there's nothing on it. And I'm just going to blend this out because I just want some definition in the crease here, but I don't want it to be too dark. If it's too dark, I'm just going back into my light color here and blending it out. So anyway, I hope you are excited about the Sephora sale. Let me know when these come around, do you use this as an excuse or like a way to take advantage of something fun? Like, are you going to try something new perfume, new makeup? Or are you like a purist, like, no, I have my list, I'm getting in, I'm getting out, you know? Let me know in the comments which you are. So at this point, I'm just going back and forth with adding a little bit of that dark color and then a little bit of the lighter one just to blend it out. And we can go ahead and add a little bit of that dark brown on the bottom lashes here. I'm not even adding anymore. I'm just taking whatever is left on that brush here. If it's too brown, let's go into that light color and help mix. It sort of turns it a little bit gray when you mix that dark brown with that light cream color. All right, now let's use a very high-tech brush, a fingertip. I'm going into this color here. I'm just going to pick up as much as I can, and then I'm going to sweep it on the lid here. All right, let's go ahead and do mascara to finish up the eye. I'm going into my Clinique High Impact Mascara. This is great. So it has a nice, like a pretty nice wand. It's pretty thick, but then it also tapers at the top. So you do get a very dramatic look, but you can also go into the bottom to do very precise work. And I'm gonna go ahead and skip eyeliner because I feel like it. And I'm just gonna put on tons of mascara. Okay, it's been 20 minutes-ish. We're gonna go ahead and do the face. I'm going into my Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. I love this stuff so much. It's a moisturizer and primer. So I have dry, dehydrated skin. If you have mature skin, or even if you live in like a very arid climate, I think you would really enjoy this. I don't know if it's for oily skin, to be honest, but I like that it adds like another surge of moisture and glow to my makeup, but it also acts as like a grip to my makeup. Like it sort of suctions and grips all of my makeup to my face to make it last longer. Who doesn't want that? Then for the foundation, I'm going into my Armani Luminous Silk. I have the shade 5.5. I'm just gonna go ahead and do a few drops of this. I don't need much, but I like the uniformity that it provides while looking luminous, dewy, and natural. So I hope that you have been enjoying my pre-filmed content. As you're watching this, I am currently on vacation. I have been hiking through the Scottish Highlands, and I am now on my way to London, where I will be for a while. Surprise! Haha, through the magic of pre-filmed content. Haha. Anyway, I'm very excited. I'm filming this before the vacation, obviously, and it doesn't feel real yet. Like, it will very, very soon, but I'm very excited. Can't wait to go on vacation. It's my second time going to Scotland. I went the first time when I was in high school, actually. I had a friend whose mom was organizing these tours. It was like a company that, what's it called? Like, you basically just pay money. Sort of like an all-inclusive, but they do it for like other places, not just like the Caribbean. Gonna add a bit more foundation. Like, you just pay the company a certain amount, and then they take care of the flights, the hotels, transport to and from different locations, and then breakfast and dinner was included. We just had to pay for our lunches. And so I learned about this in high school, and so summer of grade 9 going into grade 10, I was 14, and I decided to get my first job at McDonald's. So if you've ever eaten at a McDonald's in like the early to mid 2000s and you got everything wrong with your order, that was me. I'm talking no napkins, no straws, no ketchup, no dipping sauces. The sauce is arguably the best part. Yeah, if you've ever gone through a drive-through and the person on the headset was like snapping their gum into the microphone, also me, because I was 14 and I didn't care. And my goal was Scotland. Yeah, anyway, concealer is Armani Luminous Silk as well in the shade 5.5. So I ended up going to Scotland and England. I was in grade 11. It was wonderful. It was sort of like a Euro trip, you know. It wasn't like sanctioned by the high school. It was just, I think it was during March break. And so I worked at McDonald's terribly, and I went to Scotland. Okay, so the foundation brush I was using was the Sephora brand 56. That's what I use for the foundation and primer, and this is the 57 from Sephora brand. It's the concealer. Oh, I have a horrible little zit here. It's like a little farewell present before I go away on vacation. Anyway, it was amazing. I mean, it's pretty amazing to be in high school and get the opportunity to go on vacation to somewhere like the UK. I had to work a couple of years to save up for it, and I don't even remember how much it was. It was still a lot of money, for me anyway at that time, you know, when you're in high school. Any money is a lot of money, but I don't remember how much it was, but it's one of those like all-inclusives where like everything was so regimented. Like, it was very organized fun, which I don't think I would do that again, but being super young, and there was the internet back then, but it isn't what it was today. So it was worth it. And we went to London first. We landed in London, and then we did like Buckingham Palace, went to Windsor Castle, we did St. George's Chapel, different cathedrals, different abbeys. We went to Stonehenge for a day, we went to Bath, and then the bus sort of like zigzagged northward. We went to York, we went to Oxford, I want to say. We went to Stratford upon Avon. We just sort of bussed all the way up into Edinburgh, and we didn't stay that long in Edinburgh, only a couple of days. And honestly, Scotland resonated with me so much. It's been my goal in life to go back, and now I will. So now my husband and I, we're flying directly into Edinburgh first. So we're going to do Edinburgh Castle, day trips to the Highlands, day trips to the locks and museums and castles and all that jazz. However, we did book tours because I don't know how to drive on the left side, and well, neither one of us knows how to drive on the left side or drive with a stick shift, so it's a double no merci. For the face powder, I'm going into my new Grwm Holiday Pearls. This is just like the classic meteorite pearls in the shade 02. However, the canister is the holiday edition, but you can just get, like, it's just the regular pearls. The pearls are not special, it's the canister. So I'm using this with a little Grwm brush here. I'm hoping we can do maybe a day trip to Glasgow as well. And then after that, we're flying down with like Squeezy Jet or something. Or no, I think we're flying with British Airways. And we're going to London. And we're spending some time there. We'll do some day trips from there as well. Very excited. I haven't been back to the UK in several years, but I have been to London on multiple different occasions, but it's been a long time, so I'm very excited. I'm going into my Westman Atelier contour stick in Biscuit. Just a little bit of definition, why not? I'm using a blush brush from Chanel. I like it because it's angled. It's not like a perfect angle, but you can see it's tapered. So I'm just using this here to add a little bit of definition to my face. And the Westman Atelier contour stick, I have the travel version. I bought it because I have a lot of makeup and I like whenever there's a travel option or a mini option, because that way you can try something out without committing to the full-size product. For the blush, I'm going super easy. I'm just going into my Dior Backstage Rosy Glow in, I think this is called Pink 01. I'm sure you've seen it a million times. It's because it's great. You know, it adapts to your natural flush. So it's not as radioactive as it is here. It sort of just blends in. And this is a Refer 18 brush here. It's pink, but not too pink, and it's very pretty. And I have the coral as well. I need to get a couple more of the other ones because they also look great. Anyway, if you've been looking for an excuse to try one of the Backstage blushes, I think now is your chance. For the highlighter, I'm going into my Tom Ford Soleil Neige highlighter from this year. This one is called number 1 Rose Irisée. It's amazing. It melts into the skin like butter. I'm using a Shiseido multi-use brush here. It's a perfect highlighter. It's not too much, not too little. It just, like, listen, I am not a highlighter girl. This is typically the makeup product that I will skip, but there's something about this that's magnificent. I'm just sort of squishing the brush here and sweeping it under the brow bone. It melts like butter. It's just seamless. It's absolutely stunning. I love the Soleil Neige collection this year, but if I was only going to get one, I would just get the highlighter, even though I'm very, very happy to have both. Like, that's how much I love this highlighter. For the lips, I'm going into my Charlotte Tilbury Lip Cheat in Pillow Talk, just a little bit, just to define. And then I'll go into a different lipstick here, because I like Pillow Talk, but sometimes I find it's too light for me. So I'm just going to outline my lips here. And then I'm going into my YSL Candy Glaze in the shade number 15. It's called like Showcasing or Show-Stopping Nude. It really is. It's a very glossy lipstick in a beautiful nude. I think it's a beautiful color, but also I just love the centerpiece of all YSL lipsticks. They're just so fun. They're just gorgeous. So in order to complete our look, we have to go into a fragrance. So I have this Discovery set from Kayali Beauty. I think this set in particular is discontinued, but it's a miniature of the Kayali perfumes. This time, the Sephora sale is a great time to stock up on fragrances. They have other like Discovery sets, but just this one in particular. It was from the holidays, so I don't think it's available right now. I'm going into Eden Juicy Apple. I love this perfume. It's super sweet. It's very decadent, it's very gourmand, but I really love like any perfumes that just smell like dessert. I'm not gonna lie. So that is Eden Juicy Apple from Kayali. And this is the finished look. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got some good tips and recommendations. I mean, I'm sure you have. You've seen tons of these already, so I'm sure you already have your list, but these are items like the skincare is stuff that I use and reuse all the time. The makeup, a lot of it is stuff that I reuse a lot. The only thing that's new is the Tom Ford eye palette, the highlighter, and the mascara from Clinique is wonderful. That's new as well. This YSL lipstick is new to me too, but a lot of these, they're just great. So here's your recommendations. And yeah, I'm on vacation, surprise. So I'll be back mid-November. I think 2nd or 3rd week of November, I'll be back. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. Enjoy your Sephora sale shopping in person or online. Personally, I'll be online because I won't be here, but it'll be online for me, quite certain. Unless I get it in, no, I don't think Sephora UK does sales the same way we do here. So anyway, we'll see. Maybe I'll get something else instead in the UK. I'll go shopping. Maybe I can get some Victoria Beckham beauty in person. Lisa Eldridge? Perhaps. Anyway, thank you so much for stopping by. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure your notifications are set to on. And that's all I have for today. Thank you so much for stopping by. Hope you have a beautiful day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.